Hey guys, it's Juliana. I'm Miss Allen's sister, and I'm also president of the AC Central FFA. Since we couldn't have our petting zoo or the Ag Safety Day, we're going to have a farm tour for you all to enjoy. I hope you all watch and enjoy all the animals you see today.
Who's ready to go to the farm today? Come on, let's go.
Quack, quack. Oink, oink.
Let's take a walk around the farm, around the farm, around the farm. Let's take a walk around the farm. What do you see? A cow, a cow, a dog, a dog, a duck, a duck, a horse. A horse, a pig, a pig, a sheep, a sheep. That's what you see. Let's take a walk around the farm, around the farm, around the...
The first stop on our farm tour is the Boston's house. They have a beautiful home on top of a hill with rolling green pastures, a really nice pond, and they've got sheep, goats, geese, dogs, chickens, you name it. So we're going to see if we can get some good footage of their animals. Well, hello there, Mr. Goat. How are you doing? Okay, so here is one of the baby goats. A baby goat is actually called a kid, just like humans. Isn't he cute? The Bostons have 9 mom goats and somewhere around 18 to 20 kids like this. This one's about 2 weeks old and it was born on Easter, so I guess exactly 2 weeks old. He's not impressed with me holding him. I think I'll let him back down. So these goats, like I said, are about 2 weeks old. They drink milk from their mom, and they will eat grass when they're about 1 week old, but it will be a couple months before grass is the main thing that they do eat. A lot of times the goats will stay in the barn and one of the mom goats will stay with them while the rest of the moms go out and graze. Now this is different than sheep because the lambs never leave their mother's side. The sheep are always with their babies. But sheep are more responsible, and goats seem to get themselves in more trouble than the sheep do. They tend to get their heads stuck in places and get their whole body stuck in weird places, so the Bostons really have to keep a better eye on the goats than they do the sheep. So we talked about how the goats tend to get stuck places, and this one is in fact stuck in the fence. So we're going to have to get that one out of there. So here they've got some geese and some ducks. They've got this awesome pond for them to swim in. And then it's kind of hard to see, but in that barrel there's actually 2 geese in there, mothers who are nesting, sitting on their eggs. And then there's a much larger gray goose who is the male or father goose who kind of keeps them all in line. He's always honking at them, and oh, here he comes. I think he, a lot of times, will honk at the ducks because he wants them to stay away from the geese. Here's one of the dogs that the Bostons have out here on their farm. His name is Duke, and he is a big, fluffy Great Pyrenees. He's just like a big, cuddly bear, isn't he? Wow. Our next stop on our farm tour is John and Jennifer Allen's house. They have 5 horses. They've got 4 males and 1 female, and here we've got 2 of them. When the weather's nice, they take their horses trail riding. In the back there you can see one of their horse trailers. They like to go out to side in. And one interesting thing about horses is you have to wait a little bit after you have ridden them to give water if they're really hot. They have to have time to cool down, because if you give them water right after they are done riding, sometimes they can get sick.
That Shadow leaned up against the fence, that's a 21-year-old mare. It's the only female we got. And then to the next one there you're looking at now is Bo. He's a 12-year-old gelding. He's 15.3. He's our tallest horse. Gelding means a neutered male. And of course this is our 15-year-old Cochise red roan gelding. And then out in the pasture there, the one with a white blaze on his face is a 13-year-old quarter horse AJ, and the big solid red one is a Chief, and he's a 15-year-old quarter horse gelding. He's the only one that's registered, meaning he's got a pedigree that's on file. If you get a side view of him, his teeth are kind of angled. They don't come straight down.
Oh, yeah.
You see, they're like, when a horse is born, his teeth are like this. And then as they get older, they get more like that. So you hear the expression long in the tooth. Their teeth, instead of coming straight together, are getting spread out, getting long. And these teeth are just for tearing things off with. They got teeth back here that really chew things out. Hold on a second. This is a hoof pick, and you can see every once in a while you clean them out in case they got a rock or anything. Stinks because it's mostly the stuff that they pick up in the lot.
Alright, so here on the left we've got Bo, and on the right we've got Shadow. Shadow is the female of the bunch, and Uncle John says that she rules the pen. She is the one who keeps everyone in line, and if she doesn't like it, she's going to let you know. So you notice here, even though they had all the horses cleaned up not too long ago, they're all dirty again, but they do that by choice. There's lots of wet ground out there, and it just rained a bunch yesterday, but just like pigs, the horses like to roll around in the mud to cool off, but they also like that layer of dried mud on their hair because that protects them from bugs. There's lots of flies and other bugs that bother the horses, but with that protection they don't bite them and bother them as much. So our next stop on our farm tour is Brook House Farms. They've got cattle, a donkey, some goats, some barn cats, chickens, and some farm dogs. So let's take a peek around and see what the animals have to say.
Who likes cheese? I do! So dairy cows give us things like milk, cheese, yogurt, and ice cream. But the type of cows we'll be seeing today provide us with beef.
Hi. Look, did you get it? Maggie, Maggie.
you can see Jack, the donkey. So he may not look fierce, but he keeps the farm safe from predators like coyotes. The Brook houses also have goats. They have 3 of them. Meet, Joe, Mo, and Flo. So Joe and Mo, they are the... Oh no! He's eating my son! So Joe and Mo are the boy goats, and then Flo here is a girl goat. So 2 interesting facts about goats. They're kind of like animal lawnmowers. They love to eat grass and weeds. And another thing that's cool about them is the pupil in their eye, the black part. Humans have a round pupil, and goats have a pupil that looks like a rectangle. And as you can see, they really want to be pet. I'm afraid they're going to get their heads stuck. Hi guys. So farmers have to use lots of big machinery when they're planting and harvesting. Right now, we're sitting in a tractor. They have to keep the hoods up because they've got birds that keep making nests in there, so they leave the hoods up so they remember to check for the bird's nest. Can you wave and say hi?
Hi.
Look how big this tractor wheel is! It's so big that Miss Allen can fit inside here. So I'm out here on my family farm, and they plant corn and soybeans. There's one of their fields behind me, but as you can see, it's kind of gloomy today and a little too wet for them to be out in the fields today. So, here I've got some corn, some harvested corn. Would you want to eat that straight from the field? No way! It looks gross and kind of crunchy. So you may not want to eat that crunchy corn, but I'm sure there are a lot of things you would like to eat in the comfort of your own home, like I am now. Some of these items are made from corn, like corn chips, tortilla chips, like you would eat with nachos, marshmallows, and I know a lot of kids in my class really like marshmallows, Oreos, Pops cereal, and lots of other tasty cereals are made from corn, and fruit snacks have things that come from corn. Farmers can also grow popcorn. Alright, now let's get back and see the rest of the farm. You want to know what goes great with a chicken dance? Chickens! So the Brook houses have 2 roosters. There's one right there. The black one, he's kind of got some green. And they have lots of hens. Most of the hens lay white or brown eggs, but some of them are Easter eggers. This type of hen lays eggs that are very colorful, so they're usually shades of green or blue. Alright, we're going to open up the back here and see what we can find. Oh boy. There's a brown one and a white one. Look what we've got here! Easter eggs! Just kidding. Chickens don't really lay those type of Easter eggs, but the type of Easter eggs they do lay are kind of a light shade of blue or green, and that's why they're called Easter eggers. We're going to put that one up, and they're going to lift.
Can you hold this up?
Got it? So they have to check this every day to make sure that they get the eggs. They want to make sure they get them. And they got to keep these
chickens in this coop to protect them from predators, like coyotes and foxes.
That's what you see. Let's take a walk around the farm, around the farm, around the farm. Let's take a walk around the farm. What do you hear?
Farmers across America, like my uncle and cousins, help to keep families across America fed. So next time you see one, you should definitely wave and say thanks.
There goes the farmer now.
Goodbye, cow. Goodbye, dog.
Quack, quack, quack.
Goodbye, duck. Goodbye, horse.
Oink, oink, oink.
Goodbye, pig.
Bah!
Goodbye, sheep. Goodbye, elephant. Elephant? On the farm?